Friday. Welcome to today's live tarot reading session. Hey everyone who here is live. For those who are joining, who are watching the replay, I go live Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. If you'd like to join us, just subscribe and then you'll be notified when I am going live. If anyone would like a private reading, the link is in the description box below. But hey everyone who's in the live chat, nice to see you all here. Thank you so much, motivation for the list already, awesome. Janavi, I see your booked reading. I've read your question. Unfortunately I didn't receive the email I need to update that email address actually. So I think I got the main gist of it from PayPal, if you're happy for me to go off that. If there's anything that you want to share here, but obviously I understand if you, whatever you feel comfortable sharing. Hey Crystal, it's a new subscriber. Great to have you here. For those that are interested, I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck today. I do have the Urban Crow Oracle, if anyone would like that one, and the Hidden Truth Oracle as well. If I've got time for anyone who'd like to just go, I do a quick fire round of love questions at the end with the Hidden Truth Oracle as well, so you might want to hold out till then. But let's get started. Hey Naresh, I'm good, thank you. Great to have you here. Janavi, pre-live music is good. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Soothing, prepares the mind. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Hey Shan. Hey Ivo. So Janavi, I just want to check that you're all right. You're happy for me to go with the PayPal question info there. Hey Danny. Hey Eco. What is going on with him in regards to silent attention, not taking action, yeah, not being just friends, acting like a stranger? Absolutely. So I was thinking of the question, what would be the most useful spread to do this? So I think why he's acting like he is, like you say, this kind of strange behaviour, what he's hiding, like his true feelings about this, and then future energies. Awesome, thanks Janavi. Okay, let's go. So take a deep breath, center yourself, and be open to the messages that Spirit wants to send you today regarding this Janavi. So Spirit, please bring messages through for Janavi clearly regarding this connection. Oh. Okay, starting off with the Nine of Swords. So this is why they're acting this kind of mixed messages, strange behaviour. I know obviously you've made it clear, like it's fine, we can just be friends, like no pressure kind of vibes. But look how in their head they are still. So this is anxieties, worries. This is giving us why they're acting like this. I feel it's almost like that they analysis paralysis kind of energy. It's actually keeping them up at night as well. They want to move. I do get a sense that they want to speak to you as well, because Swords is about communication, but they're so in their head. I mean, maybe this is issues about, you know, inhibitions is what I'm feeling as well. Something that they've maybe struggled with for a while throughout their lives, with connections, with when feeling attracted to someone. But he's really in his head about this. Why does he, Spirit, why does he feel so anxious? That's what I want to know. So we see he's anxious, he's in his head, he's overthinking this. He's thinking, you know, all this stuff that really is kind of making too much of a big deal of it as well. Why this kind of, why is he being like this, though, Spirit? Knight of Wands connected to attraction, passion. This is old stuff for him, okay? That maybe if he's had a negative experience in the past with regards to love connection, being rejected, there's a big fear of rejection here. Action, Knight of Wands is someone who is really the opposite of how he's behaving. The Knight of Wands is someone who, if they're attracted, they'll move forward. If they're attracted to someone, sorry, they'll be very open about that. They'll let someone know that how they feel. They're quite fearless. They rush in. And maybe this is something that he's done in the past and he's been rejected, and this has left him scarred in this area, or he's never been able to break out in this way. He's always felt maybe this has been a difficult area of his life to be confident in. So yeah, so he's had a failure, he's very hurt with that. So that's really cut him deep and put him in a bad place. And I actually feel like there's quite a frozen energy around him, analysis paralysis. You know, he's not in a happy place about this. He is attracted to you, and that's that energy that you're picking up on. That, so just trust that, number one, Genevieve. Just kind of take that in and believe that if you're not already, that's real. But this old stuff is really blocking him, because this is what he's hiding, yeah. And this is Three of Cups. This is a much lighter, happier energy. It's about, I feel like, his desires of what he'd like to do, you know, is to build this connection with you and with others, to be able to get out there more, say socially, and he's stuck in these very heavy energies. And what's behind the scenes is someone actually who, you know, can be fun, can be a good time. This is a card that's full of joy, celebration, social activities, flies in the face of all this kind of heavier energy that I feel. And this is what is hidden, and it's like this softer side of him, this more fun side. But yeah, I don't know, you know, this is what's blocking him. Now, interestingly though, future energies, we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is the card of balance. And I felt like when I first saw it as well, that it was like things in time kind of coming into balance more. This is all about give and take. This is about being able to receive, I feel like, what you're offering. I feel like this is your energy, because I feel like you're in a stronger position, really, Janavi. You're in a more centered, grounded, like you have obviously your own stuff going on, but you're not in this place where he is, where he's kind of beating himself up a lot behind the scenes about his behavior. Could even be some self-hatred that I'm picking up on here, like he kind of hates himself for how he acts and that he can't get over himself. But this is hopeful, in that he will become more open to receiving, and this kind of give and take. There seems to be some movement in that area. How to get there. How to get there. This is you, Queen of Cups. If you want to, you know, if you feel drawn to and feel happy to and open to, the Queen of Cups is just about remaining open to this. This is Queen of Cups is someone who has something to offer. This cup here is empathic, feels deeply, has something to offer, has something to share. But it's that gentle water energy, ruled by the element of water, yeah? Sense of flow. Just keep showing up in that way, in that beautiful side of yourself. and see what comes back. But I do see, yeah, a more harmonious energy and some kind of balance happening. If you want, you know, if you would still be interested in pursuing this, then you just keep showing up as this Queen of Cups. But this gives us a clear understanding that it's this past hurt that he's really struggling with, and it's ultimately, I suppose, it's a fear of rejection, and he needs to, you know, heal from that. So I hope that helped, offered some guidance how to move forward with that, Janavi. So Crystal, if you are here, my dear, just pop your question in the chat. So we have thank you motivation for the list. That's awesome, I should say. You very welcome, Janavi. That Six of Pentacles was hopeful. But yeah, that gave us a clear answer as to why he's behaving. He's very in his head. Troubled, I would say. Thank you, Crystal. I want to know my ex-husband, Johnny, didn't want us to get a divorce, okay? And so he remarried. All right, so sorry, I was just taking that information in. So he remarried. I felt he is in regret. Right, okay. And I'm wondering, will he try to contact me in 2025? How does he feel about me? Sure thing. Right, let's get a read on his energy, Crystal. So we've got Johnny, it is. Spirit, please bring a message through regarding Johnny. Okay, I'm going to take this card. This jumped out, Crystal. They are, Seven of Pentacles is definitely contemplating this, Crystal, okay? Seven of Pentacles is about being in an energy of assessment. So it's really looking back on, we see it's, obviously it doesn't matter, male, female here, that doesn't matter. It's like how this is their history, the path that they chose, Crystal. And looking back on it, and they're having kind of a standstill moment of looking back on what's gone down, where they find themselves now, and that looking back on the steps that they take and the decisions that they made, and thinking what worked, what didn't work, almost thinking about the good things and the bad things about their current situation, and then thinking back to the marriage with you, Crystal, about the good things and the bad things. And it sounds quite cold actually, but I mean it's not really, we all kind of do it. It doesn't feel in a cynical way, but kind of weighing up almost which worked better. We have the Five of Swords here as well, which is a card of conflict, harsh words being spoken. Look how there's three people as well here. So this is his energy, and then the two women in his life. And I feel like that there's almost been, I imagine, I don't know, but if you have got to the place where you are now, Crystal, that there was harsh words spoken at some point. And there's also harsh words being spoken between him and his significant other now. It feels very kind of a mixed up energy in the place that he's in. What I'm not getting is a clear decision as yet. So Crystal, this is like current energies, okay? So it can, obviously it's changing all the time. But this is where I'm seeing they're at now. It's like there's difficulties with who he's with now, and obviously there was harsh words. Now I think as well he flip-flops between feeling like that he was right and then he has a sense of regret. Then he feels like he's right and then he has a sense of regret, and it's this internal conflict, and he does feel quite mixed up, and that he's created kind of a mess for himself. And then we have this Seven of Pentacles. So there's no movement as yet, but what you can take from this in trusting your intuition and thinking that there's that regret, and that he is taking those steps to come to a decision. He is in a place of looking at your relationship and looking at his current relationship, and in this place of, I suppose, deciding where to go next. So he is questioning. It's almost like he's questioning everything, yeah? So that's what Spirit's brought through. It's giving you a clear answer on that like I say, that he's questioning everything, Crystal. But it hasn't given me, I think, because I can't pick up on a clear energy of him, because he's so undecided. There is no decision yet that's come through about what he's going to do. But I hope that offered you some comfort and insight into where he's at, yeah? Thank you, motivation. Awesome. So we have, you're very welcome, Crystal. We have Anne next. So we've got Anne, and then we have, oh, thanks, Anne. What is Raneel's current energy and feelings towards me and our connection? No contact over the past week. Sure thing, Anne. Nine of Cups. So they're feeling, Nine of Cups is about a wish come true. It's about emotional fulfillment, which is interesting because if you're in no contact. Now the flip side of this card can be, you know, I think this card has obviously come up before, and I see often in the Nine of Cups energy, it can be quite like a selfish card, and that it's like their concern is their emotional satisfaction and how they feel. I almost feel like, well, I feel okay. And it's a stubborn energy because there is this crossed arms as well. So there's some kind of like immovable energy of digging in their heels as well emotionally, and being like, well, I'm not going to break this silence or go into break the no contact energy. At the minute they feel quite closed off, and they feel concerned about just fulfilling their emotional needs. And I know this has come up a lot, Anne, hasn't it, about that they do hot and cold. And this is, I suppose, how it reads to you at this time, you know, as cold, because they're just interested right in this present time at serving their own emotional needs. So I wouldn't expect any movement from on their side at the moment. Obviously this can change. I don't know what's triggered this. You know, I feel like something has triggered this that has put them in this space. Could be to do with your connection, or it could be to do with external circumstances. That something has triggered them to, this is what they do. It's almost like their heart closes. Because if something upsets them, if something doesn't go their way, then they go straight to that place quite quickly about feeling like, well, I don't want to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to emotionally give too much because I might be taken advantage of. And this is misguided, yeah, because it's about, you know, we would advise, you know, to keep our hearts open, whatever's going on around us. But this puts him in this, causes him to shut down. It's a pattern that he does, shuts down and thinks he needs to be selfish and just look after himself to navigate this situation. So that tells us where he's at now, Anne. Motivation. Hey, unicorn. Whenever you're ready, motivation, your question. Sure thing, motivation. Sure thing. You're welcome, Anne. Keep us posted. How did Smith feel about my recording that was sweet last night? Oh, okay. Let's have a look at that. About your voice recording, okay. Let's see how it was received, yeah? Spirit, how was this voice recording received, please, Spirit? Interesting. Got the 9 of Swords. Anxiety, worry, fears unfounded. I'm wondering if this is your energy, motivation. Did you feel anxiety after sending it? Why the 9 of Swords, Spirit? Some kind of indecision here. 2 of Swords. So first of all, I just want to double check. So tell you what resonates with this, because 9 of Swords is about feeling anxious, worried, fears being unfounded. So this could be you having anxiety about sending it and that it's unfounded, it's received well. Now if it's their energy, they were in their head about this, about something. Again, it could be circumstantial, that they're just, and this is overriding the message of why it's come through and giving us insight into what they're worried about. Two of Swords is being at a crossroads, about needing to make a decision. I feel like this is their energy. This is their energy because we've got the 2 of Swords as well. 2 sets of swords here. The need to put this worry down, this burden down, I feel like, which they are nearing with the 10 of Wands. This is about finally reaching that end of the road of putting something down that has been weighing on them. Look, and then we've got the Ace of Cups. which is because I know we've had a lot of cards for you and Smith that have come through that this has the potential for longevity, yeah. Motivation. I know he's in fear because he doesn't want me to know what happened in his life. Okay. So maybe it's like as you get closer, yeah, this fear is coming up in him. With regards to what he doesn't want to know about what happened in his life, is this something that you know and that he doesn't know you know? Because I'm wondering if there's this indecision. Maybe it's about what to share with you, about moving forward with this. All this fear like is blocking the path at the minute. We do seem being able to put it down though, and then the Ace of Cups can come. But it's stressing him out as you get closer, yeah? Yeah, I told him he doesn't have to do it alone. I'm here for him, yeah? But he's someone who maybe struggles with anxiety, and I believe we've talked about this before, struggles with anxiety, depression even maybe, mental struggles, yeah, with the mind. And it is scary when you have a lot of issues in that way to let someone in and get closer to someone. So I think that is happening behind the scenes for him. But I do, like we say, we do see the future of him being able to continuing to actually move forward with this. But it's always maybe going to be a tendency for him, you know, it's a slow progress, isn't it, of like as in it's a long journey to move through these issues when we have those struggles. So he does get triggered, his stuff does come up, it's a step forward, it's 2 steps back sometimes. But he is on the way to being able to make quite a few leaps forwards with this, I see motivation. So maybe last night it's just kind of overrided that question a little bit, what you asked, because it gave me a deeper insight, which often the cards do, a deeper insight into emotionally where he was at. And I feel like he was in an anxious place. He tells me bits and pieces that he finally able to embrace, to say more. Yeah, it's just that, oh, it comes up, his anxiety, you know, and then he's feeling okay, he's managing it, and then it flares up and it goes back down. So, I mean, he's very lucky to have you, someone who's so understanding of all that motivation. Okay, Eco 7. My second daughter may choose to go to the same secondary school as her elder sister from Jan 25. Okay. May I ask the divine if that's the best choice for her? Okay, sure thing, Eco 7. So what would this bring going to that same school? Whoa. That's too many, Spirit. Oh, look at this. The sun, happiness, back of the deck, bottom of the deck even. 3 of Wands as well come through. This is a card of expansion, Eco. This is good energy. 3 of Wands is about wanting, maybe this is something that you've obviously wanted and hoped for progress in this area for her. And this is about ships coming in. So after maybe a time of maybe struggles, of patience, of waiting, this is a good, this would be a good opportunity for her that I see. It's a card, let's say a card of expansion. Wands is about our heart's desires, So this is kind of your energy coming in as well, about your kind of ambitions and desires for her, your hopes and dreams. But I see it broadening her horizons, broadening her world, so bringing in, you know, new people, bringing expansion to her situation. And then I just feel like, you know, we have to acknowledge the Sun card at the bottom of the deck here, which is the happiest card in the deck. This is her energy coming through, so there is happiness on this path for her Eco 7. I feel like this would be good energies. I don't know if she's struggled in this area before, or if it would just bring more opportunity for her. That's what, just sort of getting this sense of something opening up to her. Yeah. My daughter is currently stressed, entering the unknown with too many choices. Yeah. But I think she'll catch up to that. Too many choices, I suppose, overwhelmed, yeah. I mean, it's such a scary time, isn't it? And when you're young, to go through all that. But both these cards are super positive, so it's like it will come good, and maybe what is the unknown and scary is broadening, and expansion is ultimately positive. Both nice energy cards, both clear messages there, Eco, so I hope that offered you some insight. Danny baby, are you here, my dear? Oh, you're welcome, Shan. You're welcome, Eco, you're welcome. Oh, Danny baby might... I know she has to dip out sometimes, Danny baby. Danny, are you here? Maybe not. She might come back in. Shan, are you here? Oh, Shan, you are here. I know. Thank you. Shan, if you just want to pop your question in the chat. So Naresh, we've got, if you just refer to motivations list there, so you're after Shan. Motivation, Naresh, you know we have a list. Exactly. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Shan. Shan, I'd like to know if there is a person that will come towards me on marriage. Sure thing. And what zodiac sign they are. So I don't do I mean, actually, let's see what comes through, because it may bring a star sign. I say I don't read like that, but I don't want to be closed to any messages. So in love, Shan, this is who is coming towards you, particularly around marriage. Yeah, so a committed relationship, marriage. Who is it who's coming through towards Shan, please, Spirit? Oh, gosh. Ooh, lovely. Ace of Cups. Just what you want to see. Someone is on the way to you, Shan, for sure. Ace of Cups is all about love, connections, emotional fulfillment. Cup runneth over here with emotion and offering here being presented to you. I mean, with it being cups, this is ruled by the element. It hasn't given me much about their character, I would say. It's more just given me this sort of certain answer that they are on their way to you. Cups being the element of water, so can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I feel like, Spirit, can you give us anything on their particular characteristics? Okay, here they are. So this is them. This is the offering. And Spirit says, there you go. That's who they are. King of Wands. So I actually think this is fire. This is more exact to their characteristics. Okay, so King of Wands, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. King of Wands is, it's nice because it's king energy, Shan, as well. So this is someone who is established, yeah, someone who is knows themselves, is potentially probably like have their career sorted, they kind of know their path. There's someone who's, I'm getting a very direct energy from them, that they're quite fierce in a way. They don't hold back. Look at that determined energy. So they know what they want, they know how to get it, they're going to make it happen. They don't really take no for an answer as well. So it's quite a forceful energy here. It's someone who, if you as well, that would take the lead. So if you, which can be quite nice actually, can be sort of a relief for someone to take the lead and for you to be able to be kind of swept along in that, really. And able you to relax a little bit, to be taken care of, to not have to be making the decisions about kind of where you're going, what you're doing. So really look at that. What a clear answer for you there. What a positive reading, and very straight to the point. Here is the Ace of Cups, the love offering on its way. Let me know if this is someone you, like say, you could already be in your energetic field, okay? This fire sign, or it could be someone new coming in. But if you recognize these characteristics, if there's any love connections going on for you at the minute, this can give you an inclination of something that will grow, that has potential. But like I say, it can be someone just new coming in. So tell you what resonates with that, Shan. But great reading there. Hey Tia. So we have Naresh. I think your question is, if you just want to put your question in the chat, Naresh, actually, I think it's far back. So we've got Naresh next. Hey Anna, thank you so much. I will just finish this reading that I'm in now, and then I will do your reading. I'll just check that now, if you bear with me. £10 5 card, sure thing. I'm just checking for you now, Anna. Yeah, Anna, that I've received that. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Exactly, Janavi. Why it's always the people who are very impatient and then they're never here when I shout them because they're too impatient. This is a lesson for us all, yeah. Okay, Anna, let's go. Just pop your question in the chat, please, Anna. Give as much detail. The more detail you can give me, the more personalized and better reading really that you'll have. But obviously, just share whatever you're comfortable with. But the more detail you can, the better reading you'll have. So that's a lesson, isn't it? If we're impatient and then we miss our turn. Thank you, Anna. So my husband is going to be made redundant. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about that. What will happen with his work life, and will he get anything else? Sure thing. Okay, let's go. So take a deep breath, Anna. Center yourself and be open to the messages from Spirit that you're meant to hear. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Spirit, please bring us clear messages through, please, regarding this situation. Okay, the situation, the Moon card, Major Arcana. So giving us insight, which obviously you and him will be feeling, which is the Moon talks about literally being in an insecure time. It's like you're in the darkness and the path isn't clear. We can see the person in the Moon here who is feeling worried, who is feeling scared. Now with the Moon, at times like this, when we are thrown into uncertainty, thrown into insecurity and darkness, the lights go out, the path, what we thought was ahead, is no longer happening. Yeah, we've got to go inwards. We have to go to our intuition. So this goes for both of you. Inner guidance, that that sometimes it's like that quiet, it sometimes is a quiet voice often, and we have to quiet our mind and those voices in our mind that is all about fear and worry, and go to our intuitive voice that is always speaking to us, always guiding to us. Whatever situation, it's telling us what to do next, it's telling us the path forward. We'll look further obviously into future energies as to exactly what that is, but that's all that you can both do at the moment, Anna, is to listen, to be as still as possible in this time of uncertainty, and listen to that quiet intuitive voice. I mean, sometimes it gets louder and louder actually if we don't listen to it. So what's crossing it? So this is the challenge, this is the overall situation, this is the challenge, is the Five of Swords. This is interesting. This is some kind of conflict. This is harsh words being spoken, arguments. It can be, I don't know if this has brought this up between you and him, if this has brought tension, or it could be about how it went down between him and work, if it was like a tense situation, if there was difficulties in the workplace. The Five always brings the promise though that this will blow over, and it's not like a long lasting a long-lasting thing that can't be recovered from. It can be as well, because swords is about cutting things off, that maybe that this kind of workplace wasn't the best for him, and that this ending is an opportunity for a new beginning. But take what resonates with where this conflict is, okay? It will be overcome, there is the promise, but maybe it's so I know if you just want to, let's say those, if it's brought up tensions and arguments, or if that's to do with that was to do with his workplace, let me know with that. Ace of Swords, this is past influences that are still affecting today. Interestingly, more swords. This is about clarity, truth, communication. Again, maybe cutting away situations. Maybe this needed to happen. Maybe this situation needed to end. Let's see what we have. Seven of Wands. This is needing to stand your ground and be very boundaried at this time. So this can be guidance for you both, again, with his workplace, yeah. So I think this is it. It's more like maybe that he has spoke to you about challenges and difficulties that he had there, and it was just becoming maybe a bit of a toxic place to be as well, because obviously when companies are laying off people as well, they're at that place. You know, I've been in that situations, and tensions run high, yeah, and people don't get treated in a good place, yeah, Anna, which I'm sure. So take what resonates with that, of how much that was going on, and that I feel like that your husband is really having to fight to hold on to his truth. Maybe he's been gaslit, you know, things like that, being told that he's not doing things that he is, all of that kind of rubbish and nonsense that can go on. They're trying to shift the blame on him, could be part of it. Because here we have needing to stand your ground and fight, be very defended. So if they're trying to make him redundant, if there's any possibility of preventing this, what you can do on your side is, or on his side, you know, when I say your side, I mean kind of both of you or him, is to, you know, have all the, cross all the T's, dot all the I's, like have your defenses up, kind of expect them to come at you and attack you in some kind of way, try and back you into a corner. And then we have a new opportunity with the Ace of Cups. This is the future. His company is going under, yeah. So this is a new job, Anna. So this is the promise of a new opportunity that has much better energy. I see like this, you know, it may be a matter of needing to fight to the end for this, as in for it to all come to an end in a way, to get the closure. But ultimately, getting out of this situation is for the best. It feels there's some toxicity here, there's some negativity that your husband has probably been dealing with for some time now. I feel like his voice has been silenced, and let's say he's maybe been gaslit. Tensions run high. So guidance is stand your ground, be defended, expect to almost be under attack to a certain extent until you're free of this. So keep fighting until that end. Have your walls up, have your defenses up, be ready, yeah? Get ready. And once this has cycled out, yeah, once this has cycled through, then there is the promise, this is the hope, this is the light at the end of the tunnel, Anna, and this has a much better energy. This will be better for you and your husband's emotional state, this new opportunity, this new job. Yeah, it's a better energy. It's a shift that's been a long time coming, that's needed. So I hope that offered you insight, Anna. It expresses the challenges and the difficulties. It gives you clear advice about how to handle this. Don't let your guard down. And then the promise is this new opportunity, okay? This new job, this new beginning that is going to be good for you both. It's going to be more fulfilling. I feel like it's going to have more peace after a time of stress. And ultimately it's good to free yourself of this company that has a lot of negativity around it. Like you say, it's going under, and it has been for some time. So I hope that offered you some comfort, some insight. Good, thank you, it did. Thanks, motivation, for the list. Hey Danny. Yeah, I'll still have time. I'm on till 2:30, guys, so I'll hopefully you can, I will be able to read for you. You're welcome, Anna. Keep us posted with that situation. Be interesting to see this Ace of Cups opportunity. I imagine that he's already looking for new jobs and new opportunities, but I would certainly advise that, if not already, to jump on that. Naresh. I hope you're alright, Danny. We appreciate you. Right, let's hope that Naresh, fingers crossed everyone, that Naresh has his question ready. He says, I am travelling now. Okay. Awesome. Naresh, post your question. Oh, awesome, Danny. The Temperance card, wasn't it? Things coming back into harmony. Okay, here we go. Still, I am getting her memories, which are painful. Will she come back to me in the future? Okay. Spirit, please bring through guidance for Naresh. Six of Pentacles. Okay. So as we know, this card is about balance, about coming back into balance. It's about give and take. Number one, I feel like there is a message here for you, Naresh, regarding that you're needing to come back into balance regarding this. I know that you've been very stressed, and that this is part of why I believe that these feelings and these painful memories are coming up for you, Naresh. and that because you're maybe feeling emotionally out of whack, I know that you're trying to have, you're, I believe, left your place of work because of stress. And I feel like that you're going back to those places of the past because of this. Going back to a time when things maybe were, that represents happiness for you and represents a better time. Because often I feel like when we hold, because look, we've got here as well, Four of Pentacles, holding on too tight, Naresh, to this. And holding on, it's about fear. Yeah, when we see this card, Four of Pentacles, a lot. Holding on too tightly to something because we're scared of what comes next. We're scared of maybe taking a risk, of putting our heart on the line again, of in a new relationship, Naresh, a new connection with someone. I believe that what you need to focus on at the minute, Naresh, take the focus off her and the future. It doesn't mean that you have to forever, okay? But Spirit has come through with this message, kind of override. This is what Spirit does. It overrides sometimes the question that we come in with, and goes deeper, always goes to the next level of what we really need to hear. So it hasn't brought her energy through, Naresh. It's brought through guidance and advice for you, which is that you need to, before you focus on her or think about her and her energy, it hasn't brought that through. It's brought through guidance for you, which is Six of Pentacles, which is that you need to restore balance, emotional balance, about stress, etc., about your emotional life, financial life as well, maybe even stability. Create some kind of stability. And then we can revisit this, okay? But her energy, I mean, in the past, I felt like as well, what came through was that she was having a tower moment. And that could also, that you can psychically still be, you can still be connected. I do believe in that, that time, a lot of time has passed, but you can still be psychically connected. There's still people that I think about who I no longer see, who 20 years ago I was in connection with them. And sometimes, they come back into your mind, don't they? They come back into our lives for some reason. And sometimes it can be that there's something going on with them. But I can only tell you what messages come through, Naresh. Nothing has come through from her this time. Just advice for you. So focus on getting balanced first, okay? Try to take the attention off of her in this connection and focus on you and balance. I hope that offered you some comfort, Naresh. I'm just reading the chat here. What does motivation? Are you a Libra motivation? Oh, just tell me your star sign, guys, because I am nosy about star signs. I'm actually doing some star sign readings as well, like some long form readings for December. It's something that I want to start doing as well, specifically focused on star signs. Janavi, I am a Virgo, absolutely. I know you're a Taurus, aren't you? Danny, are you, I feel like, are you a Cancer? Yes, I remembered right, Cancer. So Naresh, I know you're travelling, so you might not be able to respond straight away, but I hope that offered you some comfort. Oh, look, there's the Tower moment. So that's what we had last time for her. And that's in her marriage. So that was those troubles that I felt like she was having in her marriage, which sometimes I think is why this triggers, you know, this memories of people. But anyway, let's move on. Janavi, pop your question in the chat. I don't like to, there's some questions that, yeah, I don't like to read, like about, you know, will I win the lottery, etc. and things like that. But I always think, you know, if someone's in pain and suffering, and even if it's like, feels like, you know, you can have to ask the question a million times. I don't hold judgment with that. Because I think sometimes it's just about easing the pain as best you can, even if you know that you're not maybe thinking straight or doing the right thing. But the tarot card can still bring us comfort in those really dark moments. So Janavi, let's do your reading. Hi Jodie James, thank you for being here. If you just see that, if you'd like an in-depth reading, the link, yeah, is in the pinned comment at the top of this chat. Exactly, Danny baby. Yeah, it's just like this comfort in that moment, and sometimes you can gain insight. You know, you can ask it a million times and you get a little piece each time of some kind of insight. Right, Danny, so regarding Akshay, yesterday I suddenly felt emotionally pulled towards him, tried to distract him from it, but I couldn't. Ended up crying, a good deep cry. Is it because he was thinking of me? Tried to distract from it but couldn't, ended up crying. Let's see. Let's see what that was about, Janavi. What was that about, Janavi? Let's see. Spirit, what was that about? Oh. The Four of Pentacles sandwiched between the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. This is you, Janavi, in the middle here. I think you're psychically in the crosshairs of their connection as well. It's like there's this three situation, yeah, triangle, which isn't great, you know, and that you're stuck in the middle. Literally, that's what I see, stuck in the middle. This is the marriage, Four of Wands, the card of marriage. Ten of Pentacles is about having it all. So this is the marriage and what we know transactional. So I feel like that you are in the crosshairs of their kind of at times messed up emotional dynamic, and that you feel that. I know that you are very empathic, and you're still really very much deeply connected to this. So I think when there's ups and downs between them, and that throws him into different emotions, feeling alone, makes him think of the past, I really do believe that we're all connected in this way. And that when you find yourself thinking of someone, that something can be going on for them, and maybe they're thinking of you more often than not. And the Ten of Pentacles is about, Janavi, this is about you being stuck in the middle of, like, the Ten of Pentacles is having it all without limits, you know, so having the career, the marriage that is built on love and success and is about fulfillment, yeah, which is really what we've seen quite a few times with this, about that this is what Akshay really still wants, and thought that maybe he could give this up, or that he could, that this would be good enough, but it's not, unfortunately. And so, yeah, I just feel that you are, so in essence, yes, that you are picking up on feelings and what's going on for them all the time. And you're kind of stuck, like with this Four of Pentacles here, like it's almost like glued you to the ground here, I'm seeing. And that you're kind of seated, and you're psychically and emotionally just in the middle of this a lot. So yeah, I think sometimes that you pick up on what's going on between them, and the repercussions of that, and what he's feeling, and how he swings between, you know, this kind of trying to make it work maybe with this Four of Wands, and then this the pull, energetic pull of the Ten of Pentacles, of wanting more, of needing more, craving stability, craving emotional connection. All of this stuff comes through very strong. And it's a really tricky position to be in the middle of that. And you're having to deal with it alone. Like I mean, I think he does feel alone, but, you know, he has her to an extent even. You know, he has got a focus. So, yes, I would say that's what I pick up on. I very much feel like you are in the middle. I keep seeing, hearing his name around me, name of the city he lives in. Yeah. It's like it won't let go of you. I've experienced that as well. Try to go back to that as much as you can to... Well, it's good that you could cry. I think that was the best thing that you could do in that, Janavi, because that offers some kind of release. And it allows you, that's like actively processing the emotions if we have a deep cry and a release. So you did the best thing, like your body knew what to do and took over, and you allowed yourself to do that. So that was the best thing. Why does the universe do that? Is that what you mean? I feel like it's not really the universe. I feel like it's them. I think it's them. It's their energetic. It's them, and psychically and energetically trying to reach out to you. I don't really see it as the universe. You know, we get signs from the universe which come through differently. But I actually think that it's people who have, you know, we have magic, yeah. We have powerful magic within us, and we can send messages to people through the psychic channel and communicate that way, intentionally, unintentionally. You know, when we're manifesting all the time, that's a kind of magic, and we're sending out, emitting messages all the time. So I would say that would come from him, from them, from that energetic portal that they're in, communicating to you, Janavi. Okay. I suppose you could call it telepathy, yeah? Psychic channel, telepathy. And it can be just that when they're thinking of you, so they might not even be intentionally sending you a message, but they are energetically and psychically holding on to you and won't let you go. That can happen a lot. Okay. Thank you, Unicorn. What does the universe want me to know right now? And Jolie, I think, who wanted to read, I hope I answered that question. I don't know if you're still here. If you want an in-depth reading, link in the pinned comment. But if you just like, one card free, then you can be added to the list. Thanks, motivation. Okay. Let's go, Unicorn. What does the universe want me to know right now? Ooh, jumping out. Six of Cups. The card of nostalgia, of longing, of past connections. This can often be about love, Unicorn. So are you in a connection at the moment, Unicorn? Obviously, just share with whatever you feel comfortable with, but this feels romantic of nature. It can be about reconnecting with a past love, or connecting with someone who, I always see this as like a connection with someone where you can be your softer side, your inner child, be vulnerable with someone. It has lovely energy, and just the nostalgia and longing aspect can be about how it's like a reconnection from the past, because it's about, has that nostalgic element to it. But it can just be, you know, whatever I do feel like that this is love, romantic of nature. If that isn't of interest to you, then it can be about friendships or family, but it's about connecting with someone who you can be this sensitive, more vulnerable side of yourself, yeah? And it fills your heart, yeah? So this could be currently underway, or it can be happening in the near future. It's on its way. So really it's just a lovely message from Spirit to say that this is on its way to you, and to enjoy it, I think, to allow it to come through. If it was a past connection, then to kind of go with that reconciliation and see where it leads you. Or it can be about, yeah, I really do feel like it's a reconnection from someone in the past in some shape or form, and that's coming through to you, and it will offer some emotional fulfillment. So I don't know if you know, you may know who that is, Unicorn, when I say this, when I speak of that, because it's a special connection, it's a unique connection, yeah. So you might already know who that is, or it might be a surprise for you. You can see someone coming in with an offering of love, really, in essence, of a deep connection. Okay, I better close the list now. I'm just writing this. Just so I can get through everyone. You're welcome, unicorn. So we have Tia. Okay, thank you, Jolie. I've just checked that now. Bear with me. Phew. I may have to just run a bit over my normal time, but I have got time today. Right. So I'll read for Tia, and then Jodie, if you want to pop your question in the chat, and then I'll do your extended reading. Thank you for the booking. And Jodie, just if you can provide as much detail as possible, whatever you feel comfortable with, obviously. But the more detail you provide, the better reading that you'll receive, in essence. So Tia, just the Leo and I recently reconnected. Awesome. We've had some hard combos. All right, okay. What are his feelings, next actions towards me? Jay the Leo. Productive, hard combos. It sounds like getting to the nitty gritty, which can be good. Facing hard truths. That being able to put these burdens down to you is on its way, which is good. So this is his feelings, his actions. He wants to do this. This is happening. This is underway, okay? So we've got the Ten of Wands, which is after a struggle, after a journey. Finally being able to lay to rest, Tia, some baggage that is between you. So, like I asked, are these hard conversations productive? But I feel like they are. You know, this card has really answered that in essence. And this is their feelings here. They really are ready for this. Like they want to do this. They want to leave whatever struggles you've had in the past. The 10 is finally being able to get closure on that. So me being able to talk it out feels really positive and good, even though it's difficult. But this is the only way that we can clear the path and give this connection the best chance. So I always think we know people who can be very avoidant about having those difficult conversations and having those speaking your truth, but it's kind of over anyway, even if you don't have those conversations, because you can't heal and you can't build trust and start afresh again if you haven't had those conversations, had it out and come to some understanding and feel heard. Yeah. And then what comes after this tier, which is lovely, is after the Ten of Wands is the Ace. So this is the new beginning, and whatever that may look like. So it could be, you know, what all the aces are so positive, can be Ace of Cups, with obviously this is a love connection. But it's a new beginning and it's a fresh start and it's a clean slate. So keep having those conversations. You're doing the work. They're looking at their energy. They're obviously very up for it too and want to finally clear the air and get closure on whatever's gone on in the past. Obviously, you know what these difficult conversations about. Lay it to rest is what I hear. And it's great to see that they're up for it, because the Wands is about something that, you know, our heart's desires, our passions, something that we really care about. So they care enough about this to bring these Wands to the end of the line where they need to be in order to put them down for the ace to come through. So good energy there. It feels like the work is being done and that you're on the right path. So Jodie says, I have so many things going on around me, but not yet finding my path in my business. Okay. What actions am I being called to take to make progress in my business? Awesome. So take a deep breath, Jodie, center yourself and be open to the messages from Spirit that you need to hear regarding this. Okay. So Joni, you've got a lot going on, but struggling to find your path. Okay. At the very center, so this gives us an overview of the situation. Jolie, we have this King of Swords, which I believe is, now the King of Swords is one of the toughest characters in the deck. Yeah. They can be pretty ruthless. Really, ultimately, that's the energy that they bring. They make difficult decisions. They communicate exactly what they want without fear of what others may think, what others may feel. And I feel like that you need to embody this more, this King of Swords energy. Because it's about clarity, it's about getting clear, and it's about making, I keep hearing it's about making tough decisions. Just going to see what the other cards that we have, and a major arcana crossing it. Judgment. So there's intense energies around this, Jolie, okay, around this business. Already like coming in strong, yeah, with this King of Swords crossed by Judgment. Judgment is it's a card of karma, and it's about reaping what you sow. So if you've done the work, if you put in the effort, and you can honestly ask yourself if you've laid those seeds, yeah, planted the seeds and done the work, then it's the karmic return on that is guaranteed. It's the karmic return on whatever you've done in the past. So if, you know, wrong's getting righted, I'm glad this has resonated for you. Wrong's been righted, things come in good, okay? So, you know, if you feel like that you've put in the work in the past, it will come good. With it being karmic, I feel like there's a lot riding on the success of this for you, obviously for all of us, but maybe it means something on a very deep level to you, about to those around you who've maybe discounted you, you know, and not giving you credit maybe for what you have to offer and exactly what you can achieve. It's almost like this success is really shoving, you know, sort of shoving it to your doubters and your naysayers, and it's about saying, see, like, you were wrong, you underestimated me. Past, Queen of Wands, this is you being that entrepreneur. So I do see that you've done the work. This Queen of Wands person is the Queen is fantastic at getting projects going, following your passions, taking risks. This is ruled by the element of fire, so it's like taking action, following inspired action, really kind of getting out there. And the Queen of Wands is very charismatic as well. She can charm people. And this has gotten you far. Yeah, this has taken you, this is a skill of yours that will take you far and has helped you in the past to make progress, and this entrepreneurial energy that the Queen of Wands has. But maybe now it's time to move into a bit of King of Swords energy, which is being a bit more ruthless and making tough decisions, cutting off any people who drain your energy as well, getting focused on being maybe tough with yourself in the sense of going, I'm going to go this direction and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm not going to let myself be pulled off into this direction or that direction. If you've got a tendency to be scattered and try and do too much. Let's see what the future holds. So we have another major arcana, Justice. This is a continuation of this judgment, so you will have a just outcome, Jolie. This really represents success to me for you. And look, you've got the sword of the King of Swords in your hand there, this echoing through to me. So it's almost like you've got to grips with being able to be tougher and communicate what you want and be ruthless in a positive way. You know, ruthless has a lot of negative connotations, but it's like you've got that balance right of the the charisma of the Queen of Wands and the ruthlessness of the King of Swords. What a powerful combination, yeah, in a business, to have charisma to attract King of Swords, that kind of business, ruthless decision making quality, being able to strike that balance, yeah, of taking no nonsense but not appearing, you know, harsh, or, you know, being able to still work with people and draw people in. And this is striking that balance with the Justice. And then we end with the Page of Pentacles, which is the money coming in. So this is when it begins to get really tangible, Jodie, that you get that offering, you get that progress. Page of Pentacles is then it's about being consistent as well. I see when this happens, this is the future. So this is about consistently then, once you've learned these lessons, once you've got that balance right, the charismatic, inspired Queen of Wands with the ruthless business King of Swords energies, then the money starts to really come in and you begin to see this tangible 3D, you know, material success progress. That path that you said is not clear becomes clear through this, being able to balance this shift. Through being able to balance those energies and this shift happening. So I see you being able to do that. That's where your focus needs to be now, is balancing this in order to get the Justice, which is really socking it to your doubters and naysayers, and you're saying, see, I could do it. That's like revenge is a dish best served cold, and success is the best revenge. Then the money starts happening. Then you just need to be consistent. So just plug in, keep showing up, keep just then putting in the effort and the work. And then I feel like you'll feel calmer once you're here as well, because it's like the uncertainties and the lack of clarity of the path has gone. You'll know what direction to go in by the time that you're here. And near future time wise is, I looked from 3 to 6 months. So I'm glad that resonated for you, Jolie. Big energies there. I understand why this is so important to you. So just focus on striking that balance, and then the money and the clarity will come. So I'm glad that resonated. I'm glad you enjoyed that, Jodie. It was a good reading, yeah. You're so welcome. So Danny, we've made it to you. I hope you're still here. What time is it? Oh, it's only 2:30 here. You're so welcome, Joni. If you're new here, so I go live Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays. So I hope to see you again. Danny baby, one card message from Spirit, sure thing. Any messages I need to hear currently? I have many things to do as I'm coming out of poverty. And it's hard to focus on what's important. Okay, so I decided to just go with the flow. Everything I have to do is important, yeah. Going with the flow has me living life more. I do understand that. It always feels like there's that push-pull of that. Feels almost like a choice, doesn't it? And it shouldn't be of to do what we have to do, which is important, but also living our life. I think that's what you mean. Ooh, okay, motivation, that sounds ominous. I hope it's good. Yeah, poverty for lack of a better word, but you know, sometimes that's what it is, yeah. You inherited a house and land, and I have a small business. Yeah, it's just being in a third world country is challenging, sure thing. Yeah, I don't like surprises, motivation. So, Danny, you know, with this, I always wonder this. So, is it why it's best? Can you do online? Like, does that help in any way? You know, that you can target UK and different markets. I don't know if I'm being dumb on how that works, but if that is that the way to go? If you're an online seller, and then you can reach a different target audience. But let's see what comes through. Spirit, please help Danny with this situation. I see. All right, okay. I get you. Yeah. We've seen this person before. I see that this is someone coming in to help you, Danny. This King of Cups is someone who is has done this, okay, has their own level of success, and is generous enough to share information of how to do this. King of Cups, you know, is someone who so their characteristics, so that you can recognize them if they're already in your energy field, or it can be someone new coming through, is that they can be quite introverted. They only speak when they really have something to say. They're quite deliberate when communicating. They're not really a chatterbox, but it's always quite interesting, you know, when they do speak, it's like they've got something to say of the importance. And I feel like they have some wisdom that they can impart on you. Yes, you and another personal reader keeps saying someone will invest in my business. Yeah. You're not moving. I love Barbados. Absolutely. So we need to find a way to make it work here. Yeah, it has to be possible. Has to be possible. So this is, I've seen this person in your reading before. Interestingly, when I used these cards as well, it was the Witch Tarot deck. And I remember it. There was actually two people, but one of them was the King of Cups. So water sign, water sign, or that strong in their chart. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and you're a Cancer, aren't you, as well? So you'll have that same, or people from the same star sign, sorry, the same element, have a very similar outlook on how to do things. There's an ease there. So water with water, Cancer and whatever the water sign they are being, it's like you're starting from a very, you have that in common from the get-go, this kind of similar approach and viewpoint of how to go about things. So I feel like this can bring you some hope and some comfort, because maybe feeling very much like you have to do this all on your own, Danny, is part of the stress, and that you need some help. There was this quote today which I read, so ask the universe for help, you are never alone, as well. So ask, I was thought that, Janavi, as well, can you do, YouTube crosses boundaries of you know, no shipping involved. Is there a product or content that it doesn't need shipping? Yeah, exactly. Explosion deck on the loose. So that, just as a practical thing, like Janavi said as well, is, can you, alongside the product, obviously, of shipping that, but is there content alongside that that you can create that can just be online? So just for views, just for likes, TikTok, YouTube. But can you, you know, you could create content around that. A product, I'm going to pull one more just for Page of Cups. An offering. I feel like the main thing, look at this. This is the Page of Cups. It's more water cups. There is an offering coming through. I just feel like Spirit is bringing that very. I don't feel like that you. I mean, there's obviously if you don't feel drawn to doing that, then or it doesn't make, like, you know where you live and kind of how it works and the path forward, and if that doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't feel like the right thing to do, then no problem. Because the message that Spirit does feel like it is bringing through is that there is an offering coming through. Help is on its way. Oh, you don't even have an option to make money from YouTube. Oh, I know there are restrictions for that. That's crazy, isn't it? I didn't know that it affected Barbados. Yeah, gotta live here to understand. And do you have a website, Danny? But yeah, I get it. You know, obviously, you know, I have a very different, I'm in the UK, so it's a different set of rules to where you are. So this is, let's focus on this then, the message from Spirit, because Spirit understands, Spirit knows better than me. The King of Cups is this person coming through who is to help. This is the offer. So like you say, it can be an investment, it can be guidance, knowledge, an opportunity. You're doing everything that you can to make this work. So there isn't anything on that front, sounds like, as well, for your confirming. There isn't, you know, it's not about working harder, working more. It's like you're showing up as you need to and in the best way. And this is someone, because you're putting yourself out there and being open to opportunity, that's all that you can do, you know, and manifest, attract, not chase, which we spoke about before. Super chats aren't even available in Barbados. It's so different. Not yet website. I had one, but people weren't using the website. Barbadians use Instagram and WhatsApp. Okay. Sure thing. Tricky. Just restrictive, yeah. So let's just focus on this and try to allow this to offer you some comfort, Danny, then. That this person is on its way. You've seen it from other readers as well, which is nice to hear. And this is the second time that I've seen this person come through. So yeah, they need to get a move on, yeah. This is going to change things for you, Danny. Wasn't the answer I was expecting, but it came through strong there. Okay. Oh, it's 2:45 now, so I will end. You're doing the best I can, absolutely, with everything, resources that you have. And trying to strike that balance we have to, yeah, to live our lives. But yeah, they do need to get a move on. So guys, I'm going to end the live now, but I'm wishing you all the best for the next few days, the weekend. I'm not leaving yet, motivation, don't worry, I haven't forgot. Motivation has a message for me. I'm sorry guys, I didn't have time to do the hidden truth oracle. Obviously things just ran over, but I always aim to do this if I've got time, if it's a bit quieter, to do this in the last 10 minutes, those sort of love reading quick fire rounds. But as usual, so next week I'll be back on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're all in anticipation for motivation. Yeah, I'm curious too. You're welcome, Jolie. Just reading motivation. Okay. Sure thing, motivation. I mean, just so you know, from my side of things, that I would only ever read with a question that I feel comfortable with. And I feel personally, as a reader, and how I've read all the time that I've been reading, and as I've evolved as a reader, I feel comfortable reading for other people's energies and I don't really feel that it's my place to judge. I do have an ethical code, and every reader reads differently, I think. So I suppose if you were a reader motivation, that would be a line that you would draw. And it is up to me as a reader that I would only be like, there's some readings that I do say no to, so it's not, I don't feel like I'm being pushed into a question, that I don't feel comfortable reading for. And I have said no to certain questions. Particularly, I mean that, like I've said quite regularly, I don't do yes no questions, being an intuitive reader, being an energy reader. And sometimes people might ask questions with people that they've met in a shop, and that, I've had that before, and that doesn't really make sense to me, that because that's not even a connection. But I understand the complexities of human connections, I think, and how, boundaries and morals get crossed like a lot. It's not always simple, it's not always straightforward, and it isn't really for me to judge. But I appreciate that what you're saying is coming from a place of protection. So I don't want you to think that I'm being pushed into answering questions that I don't feel comfortable with. And that's my responsibility as a reader and my channel, to always hold that boundary, and I always will. And I don't feel, I feel very comfortable expressing that, But it's good to, I'm always open to people's opinions as well, and to have conversations like this. Grey areas, exactly like Janavi says. And yeah, it's not logical, like love. So often, love and emotions, it's, we don't always love the right people, or love, we can be very lost at times in life, and get pulled into things that aren't good for us. But that's where I stand. So thank you for, I know it comes from a good place. And I'm open to feedback and conversations like this, so that you can get to know me more as a reader. But just know as well, that's your trust in me, that I would never read for something that I don't feel comfortable with. But I trust my intuition, and I feel okay with doing that and reading in that way. So I hope that offers you, reassurance with that, when I because those readings will come up, and I feel that, it can help. And I don't feel it brings bad energy at all. For me, that's not, which, I would hate to do. No problem. So guys, have a good weekend. Wishing you blessings, wishing you peace, love and light, and I hope to catch you on Monday. I will, as usual, confirm my time nearer the time. But blessings, love and light to you all. Take care.